In Matthew 25, starts in verse 14. Jesus says, "Again, the kingdom of heaven can be illustrated by the story of a man going on a long trip. He called together his servants and entrusted his money to them while he was gone. He gave 5 bags of silver to one, 2 bags of silver to the other, and 1 bag of silver to the last, dividing it in proportion to their abilities. He then left on his trip." Now, it's a really popular story in the Bible. It's usually called the story or the parable of the talents. Now, this interpretation gets it more accurate than talents because we think of skills and abilities, being able to nunchuck skills, yeah, Liger. But this is actually a story where he's using money as an illustration. And these guys are given large, huge amounts of money. One guy's given 5 bags of silver, which we all have a lot of. The one guy gets 2, and then the last guy gets 1 bag of silver. But let's use pools as amounts here. So the first guy gets 5 pools full. Is that right? Pools full of Benjamin Franklin's. He gets 5 poolfuls. It's so fun to say. Say poolfuls. Pools full. Pools full of money. The next guy gets 2. And the last guy gets 1. Then the boss goes away, and when he comes back, he goes to get an account of what these guys have done with his money. The first guy goes, "Hey, I've doubled it. I've got more." The second guy says, "I've doubled it." And the third guy goes, "I knew you were a ruthless man, so I hid it." And the boss goes off on the last guy, saying, "If you knew I was a ruthless man, why didn't you put it in the bank to gain some interest on us?" And he actually cast the guy away. And to the other 2 guys, he rewards them. Or rewards them with entering in to a deeper relationship with him and more responsibility there with him. Now, the story is not necessarily about what we do with our money. Yes, that does apply. But the point Jesus is making here is you must be faithful with everything Jesus has given you. Before you cross the starting line, decide to live faithful with what he's given you. Whether it's the money he's given you, college students, you won't have a lot, but will you be faithful with it? I had a buddy in college who took out college loans. This is what you pay for books and tuition for. And he used it to buy, no joke, $900 worth of Legos. Learn now, don't do that. Because you have to take out $900 more to pay for school. You better try selling your Legos if that's what you're going to do. Build and sell. That is being unfaithful. So your money, relationship, time, your classes. Some of you can't stand school now. Hear me out. Parent may not want to hear this, but reevaluate. If you hate school now, college is school. I want y'all to go to college without a doubt, but y'all be ready to make this decision before you cross the line. I'm going to be faithful in my classes. I'm going to show up on time. I'm going to do my work. I'm going to turn it in. I'm going to respect my professor. That's what school is. That's what college is. Decide now to be faithful with what Jesus has given you. Now, for all of you who have crossed this starting line with Jesus, you have received and have been offered a life of love, truth, and forgiveness. When you cross the starting line in college, what are you going to do with what you've received from Jesus? Are you going to be like that last guy who keeps it all in because he's afraid of offending people or turning people off or getting rejected by people because you live out your Christian faith? Decide here to be faithful to what he's given you and to offer love, truth, and forgiveness to those in your dorm and in your class, in the Christian campus ministries you get involved in, and on the intramural teams that you play in. Decide now to cross this line and be faithful with the love, truth, and forgiveness. Are you going to invite people to church? Are you going to give people the chance to choose heaven over hell? Are you going to ask people the difficult questions? Decide now. Because those things are going to come up. And if you don't decide, everything else is going to influence you. This story is saying, choose now, before you cross the starting line, to live faithful with what Jesus has given you.